Good morning. Hello, hello. Okay, so I was hoping I'd be able to run all my errands before I went live. However, that is just not how it panned out. So you're going to be running some errands with me. But the good news is we're stopping at Ulta. And I love Ulta. I really do. So, the title of this is The Tangled Webs That We Weave, and boy, howdy, is that an accurate description for the things that I have witnessed. And I will be naming names, not necessarily pointing fingers, but definitely naming names in this here live. I have a little bit of, sorry for all the rustling. Can everybody hear me okay? Before we really get into this, I'm going to keep it kind of lighthearted while I'm in public because I don't want to scare anyone or upset anyone. You know, so on our way into Ulta, yeah, I can't access my list of things that I need to purchase, but hopefully I'll remember it off the top of my head. I am using my Bluetooth, and that always muffles things a little bit. Hi, good morning. Okay. Oh, we got a nice little vibe going on in here. That's pretty. So first off, let me just say hello. Who we got in here? We got Viper and Terry and Shelley and Indigo. And I do understand people might still not be with me, uh, just due to the fact that I had to go live a little bit later than I would have liked. But I definitely would love to say hello. Hello, Melissa. Hello, Betty. Hope everybody is doing amazing today. Oh, that is pretty. I'll tell you what, ColourPop has really been coming out with some very beautiful things. Definitely be taking this little guy home with me. I wasn't anticipating that I would be making some purchases that were not on my list. Oh, that is a pretty color. What is that? Super sharp. Unfortunately, they never have the one thing that I'm looking for in stock. Yeah, I'm doing okay. Thank you. Super Shop made a, oh, sorry, ColourPop made a Super Shop shadow that I absolutely love. Unfortunately, they discontinue things after so long, and that's unfortunate. If you find anything that you like really, really love, chances are it's going to be discontinued at some point in the near future. I hope everybody's doing okay today. I'm a cool tones girly. Unfortunately, seems like ColourPop does a lot of the stuff really in like warm tones, especially with these like super sharp shadows. Is this really all that they have? Oh, you are coming home with me. Oh, that's why I like you. I already have you. Okay, so I already have that color. Okay, wait, let me focus and get back to doing what I'm doing so we can actually get down to the nitty gritty of why I'm going live today. And I will say that let me just preface this by saying from what I've seen, people who um, openly express that they agree with certain things going on, getting attacked, and that's not anything new. That has been a thing that's been happening. So if you would rather just sit and watch or listen to this live and not comment, there will be no judgment from me. No judgment at all. I will support you still, and I'll always appreciate. I would say that if for everyone's safety, it would be better to not comment simply because Roadhog likes to attack um, people who, even if they make a relatively harmless comment, or they could even say, "Hey, yeah, I agree with what you're saying." They typically are getting attacked, and I don't condone that at all. I think that that's terrible, and the way that he has treated people over the course of the past few years, things that I have witnessed are absolutely disgusting, no less than disgusting. Um, and I'll never say otherwise. I don't think that Roadhog has a single redeeming quality in his whole entire presence. The amount of space that he takes up on the in this world, I don't think that there's one single redeeming quality that human possesses at all. Um, but again, these are my own opinions, um, and I will be unfortunately incredibly busy looking like for the next foreseeable 3 years. I was thinking that maybe I would be getting some easing up in my schedule, but unfortunately, that's just not the way that it panned out. That's just not the way that it worked out. And I will be fairly busy over the course of the next 3 years, predictably. So I won't be um, making content like what I wanted, but I will be able to go live every once in a while. And I understand that there's everyone has a plan. So that I'll be around for sure. I'll be around. Just wasn't going to be in the capacity that I originally wanted to be. And that's fine. I'm definitely a go with the flow type of gal. So whatever the good Lord has in store for me, I will openly embrace. Back on. Okay, well, I wasn't able to get that. Let me see. I can ask someone if they've got more food too. There's a particular thing that I'm looking for. Let's see it on the wall anywhere. That actually was a good one, Viper. I uh I remember that one, and I definitely did enjoy it. It was a nice, smooth little complimentary thing they had going on. Oh gosh, sorry, I'm right under a speaker, so it's very loud. Let's see if I can find my. Hmm. Oh, there it is. I was like, make sure that's the right one. Okay, that. No. Okay. Well, it's my luck is that I like came in here with a list, like knowing daggone well what I wanted to get, and not having much luck getting everything off that list. Hi, good morning. I am, thank you. Sorry for the silence. I am looking. Okay, that is that. This and I don't know that I'll do that. Okay. Hmm. I don't know. Okay. I really like this, but it looks like they have like a newer, improved thing out, so I'm gonna have to try that. Okay, I'll try this. I'll try this. And then shampoo, shampoo. I'm so sorry about the awkward silence. And then, ooh, yeah, definitely get this heat protectant treatment. Okay, good deal, good deal. Wow. All right, let's see here. Oh man, I have some people watching. Hello, hello. You all don't have to be shy, but I guess if you were wanting to lurk, yeah, this is definitely something that I want. Well, I am not a multitasker when I am trying to shop. That's why I could never be one of those bloggers that like, you know, goes out and goes out and does all this like in person like shop hauls or whatever. Oh my gosh, I could never. There's not enough ADHD medication in the world that could help me with that. That's for daggone sure. I'm so frustrated about that blush. And I'm like, oh, all right, well, let's see if Morphe has something that's equivalent. I really like blush stick. And Morphe too used to have blush sticks, but I don't really want to pay this much for one. Oh goodness, excuse me. The hiccups. Uh, which blush stick? Oh, how much is this one? $18 for that type of. Oh my goodness. Well, I don't know. It looks like there's a lot of. Oh, someone made a mess out of that. There's a lot of product there, but I don't think I want to pay that kind of price. That's pigmented. Oh, that's for daggone sure. It's like smeared all over my hands. I didn't realize the Tesco was so beat up. Hmm. Well, you know what, guys? I'm flabbergasted that it can be so on the fight the daggone blush stick. I thought that was good. I thought it was going to be cut and dry. I thought it was going to be easy. All right, let's. Hi, hello. Do you guys still carry the Morphe 2 collection? Like, I don't know necessarily. This is my first time being to this. Thank you so much to this location. But I like this blush stick I got from Morphe too. And we all we have is on that wall. Okay, alrighty. Well, I did look through there and I didn't see it, so no, that's okay. I can get off online and look there. Thank you for your help though. Thank you. So yeah, okay, well, I think that that pretty much does it. Unless there, let's put the rose through here. Mm, no, no, no. No, no, no. Okay, so here's a blush stick from Essence. Let's, I don't think, I'm looking for like a berry color. Honestly, it's prefer that. Anyway, I'll have to order it offline, I think is what I'll have to do. We gotta get going. I got things I have got to get done today. I can't be hung out trying to scour the Ulta. I'm not really eyeing this right here. Okay, all right. I'm cutting it, calling it a day. It's a lot, and that's for sure. Ladybird. That one was a bestseller. And then we can like really get into the nitty gritty of like why I have to stop and get some milk, so that will be. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, okay, okay, that's a pretty shame. You know what? I'm taking it. I'll take it. Okay, let's get checked out. Now I might have to mute a little bit while I'm checking out because, you know, you know. Oh yeah, there was one product. Oh, there it is. Get it? Whitening eyebrow. Why is this nourish? No. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, let's try this one by Tula. Let you know what I think of these things. I am. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to mute. Okay, I'm back. My goodness, things are so expensive. Oh, cannot believe how much money I paid just for those few items. But one of the things that I have to kind of splurge on a little bit is my hair. Um, I hope the audio is good. I did have to mute there for a second. Okay, so I am going to assume the six people watching are hate watchers. So welcome. So just to reiterate, yes, Mr. Roadhog, I do think that you are a terrible human, um, and you have no redeeming qualities at all. And I have sit back and watched you for years do the absolute most to people who don't deserve it, just because your pride got hurt. Okay, so you go out of your way to um, like really bully, and you do threaten creators on this platform. I do have those threats recorded. I have where you threaten to 187 Miss Tira, and you threaten to drop her in an 8-foot hole and bury her. Like, when I see things like things that I don't approve of, or what have you, it's I don't exaggerate the circumstances behind why I feel what I feel, or why I say what I say. I try to stick to the facts. And yeah, so the thing is the one thing that people like to throw in others' faces is what other creators on this platform do or whatever, and you assume it's not just directed at Mr. Roadhog, but um, as a general, right? It's assumed that everything is condoned, right? I've openly said I did not agree with Tira calling Roadhog a PDF file. I don't agree with that. Do I think that he's a predator? Like he has predatory tendencies? Yes, but I don't know necessarily that it's the same type of predator that we would think of when we're thinking like child predator, right? I don't really agree with that. Um, but I have seen enough on this platform to acknowledge the fact that there's a lot of uh, issues with this man and how he likes to verbally abuse women, um, and other. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. Thank you. So aggressive. Verbally abuse women. And, I've even seen the recordings. They're old, but how, his own children have been treated by him. And I could never treat my kids like that. I could never treat my spouse the way that he has been recorded treating his spouse. And for the most part, like I don't know how women get behind this individual um and support him. But what I have a few theories as to why that happens. And I think that there are some people on here who look at whatever he does as if they're on his good side, then they're protected from him. And oh, I'm just catching up on the comments I just popped. Oh, hi guys. It's okay. I appreciate people tuning in to hear my thoughts. So far I haven't really gotten too well into it, but there's a few things. So it's like this whole thing with the type of support that Roadhog gets, and I feel very strongly that there are supporters that he has that are watching things go down and finding that things are not aligning with their personal moral compass. And I would really implore many of you who openly support this person or support this person from the bushes to really evaluate when behavior is acceptable and what kind of behaviors we're gonna accept from creators on this platform, because you're literally and maybe this is why you stay to support, but it seems to me, based off of past history, that once you openly stop supporting him, you are now on that list of people who are going to be targeted, harassed, intimidated, bullied, possibly doxxed. Um, it's like once you speak out about that, we saw that happen with Tira. And, it's like I don't agree with everything that Tira has openly said about Roadhog, and I have been vocal about that. On my typically it's usually a discourse that happens, on my community posts, or what have you. Uh, but like I said before, I don't agree with him being called a PDF file. I do agree with the predatory remarks. I do think that, but not necessarily in the context of like abuse against children. I don't like what was being insinuated, and I think that there's, several different types of categories that people can be predators, and it's not necessarily always centered around children. That's just my opinion. I don't really think, you know, that doesn't align with my thought process with him. I think he's a predator when it comes to other women on this platform. And like from what I understand, this is a man who has, several restraining orders already against him or have been filed against him. Maybe they've run that course or whatever, but it's like, you know, depending on the type of restraining order that is, put out, is it a DVRO? What kind of restraining order is it? Because that has a lot to do with, how dangerous this person is considered. And some of those stay on your record, even if they're not in effect for, like up to 15 years. That being said, I don't know for sure what kind, but I think having an RO against you and multiple ROs from multiple different people is not indicative of your the quality of person you are. I mean, it would speak that maybe you're not a very good person, and I've openly vocalized that you're a bad human. You're a bad person. You have no redeeming qualities. You can't be honest about anything. It's like very much self-serving. Your narrative changes depending on how self-serving you want to be. For example, you will speak about the topic of racism and how white women in particular don't get to have an opinion on what racism is, and that you can't be racist towards white people. I agree, you can't be racist towards white people. But does Coley know that? Because Coley has openly discussed about reverse racism. She's like one of your number one supporters. And I wonder if she cringes every time you get on your platform when you are trying to be self serving with your narrative about racism. If you consider that, you know, one of the big contributors to your channel has a very different stance on this. And she's self serving as well. But I'm not. I'm not overly concerned with this woman. You know, she's got her own thing going on. It is what it is. The only thing I'm going to touch on is that um, I have been very appreciative for people who have vocalized um, that they would like to see proof of the allegations that Coley made against me. I proof. However, it has yet to surface. What I can tell you is that it wasn't said by me, was never insinuated by me. And if it was ever said in that chat, I never saw it. And I definitely don't align with that sentiment at all. Um, but yeah, and then there's, so many things that Roadhog likes to throw in people's faces, about uh people's friends or whatever who have doxed. Or, the thing is you don't have a leg to stand on, because not only are you a doxer, you know, um, there's several people in your friend group that are doxers, and um, you've said openly recently that you don't really think that people should be doxed if they're just, talking crap or whatever, and I would be curious to know, what guidelines constitute, a dox, because I think if you are going to be on here anonymous and you are openly doxing other people, openly harassing other people, like posting pictures of their home, trying to intimidate them, um, and bully them, I don't really necessarily know that you have a right to privacy, because, you are doing malicious, illegal things at that point. And I don't know necessarily that you really have a right to privacy. And I think that there's a huge difference between people who provide commentary based off of what they've seen of other people on this platform, and then posting a picture of someone's house, um, posting their relatives' names, or posting, very specific information about individuals. I personally don't know if you have the right to remain anonymous, especially if you're coming onto a platform, or you've made a little platform that is, you know, specifically geared towards targeting people and defaming them with random accusations, or what have you. It's like, I don't know what to tell you. If your information comes to light, because you were doing those kinds of things, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know that you have a leg to stand on to really cry about that, or to really bemoan your current situation. It is a means to an end to remove that anonymity, to, kind of, dissuade, persuade somebody to stop with that kind of really harmful targeting. Um, but yeah, I mean, that's really my thoughts on that. And and then I take it to, one thing that I really wanted to address was the fact that, Roadhog, you have, in just the past few months, on at least two occasions that I can think of, labeled somebody else a PDF file in one way or another. You have a video up on your channel with an innocent man's face, and you are implying that he is a PDF file, so much so that you even put, like, PED on, like, over that picture, and then also added, a little gif of Chris Hansen um on that video during that same time. And it's like, what else are you trying to imply? And then your wife wants to get on her platform and say, oh no, that's performance enhancing drugs. Like, please stop. Please stop. You are not that slick. You are not that slick to think that you can persuade people that that's what you were implying. So just don't even try. And if a defamation lawsuit gets thrust upon your head for you doing that, you deserve every bit of it. Every single bit of it. I don't know if anybody will ever pursue that in the court, in a legal court or a civil court, but I can tell you, you deserve every bit of that. And I don't think that there will be many people who disagree with me. And if they do, trust and believe it's bad faith and nothing less. Nothing less. I also saw you get on your platform and refer to Anne last night about the doxing that you did of her daughter, and you lied because originally you posted a screenshot that did not have that information redacted, and a lot of people saw it. A lot of people saw that. I myself saw that. So for you to get on your platform and boldface lie, you do not take accountability for anything that you do. You only lie and try to tiptoe around the actual facts of the situation. And that is the truth. There is only one truth. And the truth is, when you took it upon yourself to post Anne's private information, you did, in fact, post her daughter's last name. Yes, you took it down and you reposted something that was redacted. But that blue little scribble that you see on the screenshot that you were trying to show last night, that wasn't originally there. It wasn't. So why you did what you did, I have no idea. That girl has nothing to do with anything. Actually, wait, let me back up. I know why you did what you did. Because you're a bully. And because you like to try to incite emotional distress on people. That is the community, that wholesome community that Coley likes to talk about. And she always talks about how you guys are so uplifting. You're so uplifting each other to do the wrong thing. You uplift each other to do bad things. And there's going to come a day where people want to back away from you. They won't be able to because they'll see how you've done people and they'll be so worried. What if he does me the same way? But there's nothing wholesome about your community. Coley, there's nothing wholesome about what you do. There's nothing wholesome about whatever community you have created. And every single time you post and target people solidifies my thought process throughout that whole thing. I have seen you try to tell people in graphic detail how they need to end their lives. Tell me what is so uplifting about that. Please, I would love to know. I know there are several inquiring minds who would love to know. No, there's nothing redeemable about you. You don't make the world a better place. Your platform, the only reason you are known for having a platform is for the awful things that you do to other people and how you bully and target and harass others. There's nothing wholesome about that. There's no point of view that could make me change my mind. I don't know that I necessarily have any more to say about any of this. I know that it's going to be a while before um I can really consistently do any types of lives. And like I said earlier, when I was in Ulta, I um I won't be able to do the content creation that I really wanted to do, just due to, natural changes that happen in life and whatnot. So it will be a while, but I would love to really get into YouTube, content creating. This is not what I want to do with my channel. However, I have a lot of opinions and I like to vocalize them. I do. I don't think that anybody is perfect. But I do think that there can be effort put into trying to be a better human if one makes that attempt. As far as the individuals that I've discussed here, no. And it's like, we could definitely get far in depth with the psychology of, why people seek out to harm others like this online. Is it a lack of power that they have in the everyday life? Is it, you know, I don't know, were you bullied as a kid? You're just trying to like take back some of that power. I don't know. I don't know. I don't understand it because my mind doesn't work that way. So I can't even put myself in someone else's shoes um, on that. I can't put myself in Roadhog's shoes, nor would I. Uh, there's just no excuse for any of the things that he does. Um, there's no excuse for a lot of the stuff that Coley does. Um, and the fact that there are people who um, work behind the scenes to aid him is very perplexing. Um, I just don't know what to say to those people. If you are somebody who works very hard behind the scenes to ensure that people's information is found so it can be posted publicly, their families contacted or them harassed or whatever, I only hope that karma does not look your way and overlooks what you're doing, because I can't imagine how awful that would feel if it was done to you. I've had people who are close to me and I consider friends who these things have happened to, and I my heart just always goes out to them, and I wish that there was more that I could do other than just be an ear and support and just a kind voice, you know. And I would love to just personally, even though I said in this live that I don't agree with everything that Tira does, I do appreciate that she did provide her opinion on what happened with Coley. Hold on one second. If you post a picture on social media, you're automatically a public figure. Well, they need to leave. See about her doing a video on Bambi and her Facebook page about her sick daughter. Oh, I'm not sure I know what that. Hmm. I mean, that would make everybody with social media a public figure, but if you don't use your name with your social media, does that automatically make you a public figure? Like, that's one thing that I wonder, because there's a lot of people on YouTube who don't use their actual like legal name, or have any social media in the legal name. So that does make me wonder, like, it makes their persona a public figure, but does it make their legal person a public figure? I don't know. It's like you have your um, what do they call it? Alias. I guess what your online presence would be if you don't have social media in your legal name, it would be considered an alias. And then that would make that alias would be a public figure, but is the legal name linked to the alias a public figure as well? I don't know. Those are very important things to consider. Um, I don't remember what I was saying. But anyway, so um I don't really think I have much more to say. I can't imagine how vile uh Again, it just perplexes me how wild people have been on this platform, what I've seen in the past like 2 years and what I've seen in the past like 6 months. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, um, so I've openly expressed that I don't agree with everything that Tira has done or said on this platform. I definitely don't like whenever um, she gets pushed to a point where she's, reacting um, and making her own threats. I do think, though, that it must be taken into account that this is her child who has been um, just posted and referred to in just very disgusting ways. And that there has also been things that have been insinuated about Tira in regards to her situation with her son that are just disgusting, absolutely disgusting, and passed off as fact. But she spoke out and gave her thoughts about what happened with Coley. And I will tell you that I definitely did anticipate that Coley would have me blocked. And so I took steps on my own to make sure that I could open the pathway of communication in order to be able to not necessarily correct her, but more so reassure her that whatever she was claiming that I was doing was not the case, nor that would it ever be the case. Um, it just so happened it didn't pan out that she and I were able to have a public um, discourse about everything and why she felt so emboldened to lobby such an accusation at myself. But I do appreciate um, that Tira spoke on it a little bit. I really appreciate, uh, Steph TXMA for, her commentary on um, the interactions between Coley and myself and Coley. And, and that is like a completely different topic from the racism, completely different topic. However, in the same live, but, it's very cut and dry to me I don't uh why I would never why I would never interact and befriend somebody like Coley, and why I will never see her community as the wholesome, beautiful place that she proclaimed it to be. It's an echo chamber, ma'am. It's your personal echo chamber. Of course you think it's wholesome and uplifting. But from outside the box looking in is anything but. And I implore people, if you even have the slightest little inkling, slightest little whisper, something in your mind, your conscience saying, that's not right. What I'm witnessing right now going on, that's not right. Get away from it. Get away from it. Do not openly condone it. Do not interact with those chats. Get away from it. Because I can tell you when it karma comes around to collect that bill, everybody everybody's gonna get charged on that bill. And it might be years before we see it. But it's like, what if you're a content creator and you're condoning this and you blow up on YouTube one day? You finally get to where you want to be, and then it comes out what kind of nefarious shit you were involved in and what you were condoning, and you lose it all because you wanted to be part of whatever in crowd you think that was. because you wanted to have some feeling of power, because you wanted somebody to feel as bad as you do. Whatever your hang-ups are going on, this is not the answer. Therapy might be the answer, but this kind of stuff, this is not the answer. Partaking in, watching, it's not the answer. So I implore you, strongly consider what you are actively participating in and the long-term impact it can have on your life, on your mental well-being, or if you want a career in social media, that too, because we've seen it happen. We've seen it happen. People gain a following, they're finally growing, they're moving, they're making, they're doing all the things, and then boom, their past behavior comes back up and people don't jive with it. People don't condone it. And they realize that that person that they're supporting is a fraud and a bad person. Anyway, that is my long-winded rant for today. I cannot thank you enough for giving me your time. Cannot thank you enough for hearing me out. Um, I don't know exactly what the future holds as far as for me and my channel. And granted, it doesn't really matter. I am such a small little fry. It doesn't really matter. However, I so love being able to come online and like share my thoughts and opinions and gain a different perspective or just meet super interesting people. I would love to be able to go live at least, sorry, excuse me, once a week if I have time. But I will only know if that's possible until I get in the thick of things. And once I got my, schedule down and, I've got my groove, I'll have more of an idea. But thank you so much for your time. Your time is a limited quantity. Every moment that you have limited, and you choose to spend some time with me today. And I can't thank you enough. Unfortunately, you're never going to get it back. So, but thank you for spending it with me. And everyone who listened to me, thank you. You're welcome, Terry. You're welcome. I have mad love for a lot of the people that I have come to know. I'm so blessed. I really am, and I'll definitely be keeping in touch. If I'm not on live, I'll definitely be keeping in touch in one way or another. But yeah, thank you so much. I hope you all have a fantastic day. I hope you attack today with an enthusiasm unknown to mankind. And I want you to take care and God bless.